So the NFL is making the same exact mistake that they make every single year, man. And that's doubting the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I already know I made a few videos similar to this or like kind of, around this same subject. But it's definitely not going to be the exact same video, It's going to be different talking points and, different things in this video. But the Kansas City Chiefs, like I said, and like I always say, man, they are that team that everyone wants to beat. And they're the team that people are tired of. They're tired of seeing the same team win. They don't want to see the Kansas City Chiefs three-peat, obviously. And if you look at what Terry Bradshaw has said, this is something that we're gonna look at, right? Because I don't want y'all to think I'm randomly talking about random people doubting the Chiefs. People really do doubt the Chiefs. So Terry Bradshaw, he doubts that the Chiefs will three-peat as Super Bowl champions. And I don't understand it. We know that the Chiefs, they've gotten themselves back on the road to another Super Bowl. And obviously, guys like Bradshaw is still speculating, He speculated on Fox NFL that it would not be a three-peat. Patrick Mahomes, he helped lead the team to 3 wins in 11 days over the Cleveland Browns, the Houston Texans, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Cleveland Browns on the 15th of December, Texans 21st of December, Steelers on Christmas. So the Chiefs, they're doing what they always do around this time of the year, and that's locking in. So this is what Terry Bradshaw had to say. First of all, he asks, why am I upsetting everyone? Bro, because you just said the Kansas City Chiefs are not three-peating. You're upsetting all the Chiefs fans, because come on, we all know we three-peating. So quote Terry Bradshaw, quote, you see how quick they get rid of the ball now? See that? Quick. I just think they're going to load up against a team like Buffalo. They're going to load up against a team like Baltimore. And those are the two teams that could beat them. And I think that's going to happen. I think one of them is going to take them out, even though it would be in Kansas City. Okay, so that's Terry Bradshaw's reasoning on why we're not going to win the Super Bowl again. That don't sound like a reason to me. It sounds like a rumor, like rumors, opinions, speculations, and dumbness. Like, it doesn't sound like, not rumors because it's not really a rumor, but it just sounds like he's guessing. Like, that sounds pretty dumb to me. But anyways, the Chiefs, they conclude the regular season against the Denver Broncos on January 5th. The starters are going to get plenty of rest before they play the AFC divisional round game following the first round bye. So, I mean, we know that the Chiefs playoff path, it isn't going to be easy. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but when you're a team like the Chiefs and you're 15-1 and you have a divisional and you get to play at home for the whole playoffs, it sounds easier than other teams have it, that's for sure. Now, the Chiefs' only loss of the season was against the Buffalo Bills, who I guess is playing with a huge chip on their shoulder because they was eliminated in the AFC Championship. The AFC Divisional round for 3 consecutive years. Yo. But Mahomes and Andy Reid obviously understand the Bills and the Baltimore Ravens will be the teams that most likely will be standing in their way. The Ravens, they have a revenge narrative because Kansas City defeated the Ravens in the 2023 AFC Championship, 2023 through 2024 AFC Championship game to move on to the Super Bowl, obviously. Now, I don't know what Bradshaw is talking about because the Chiefs, they are known to, have a lot of pride when it comes to high percentage throws offensively, and I don't understand what Bradshaw was really getting at. I don't understand why this quick passing game would be a problem for the Chiefs in the upcoming matchups. It doesn't really make sense. But the postseason that's coming up, man, I mean, it's going to be a lot of excitement. It's going to be a lot of unpredictability. So we know that anything can happen between now and February. But Terry Bradshaw, what he's saying, definitely doesn't make sense. I don't really, whatever he's saying, nobody really wants to listen to that, Yeah, nobody really will listen to that, man. I mean, history is not on our side, though. That's for sure. History is definitely not on the Kansas City Chiefs side right now. But the thing about the Kansas City Chiefs is they're always gonna go against it. History, even history not being on their side, the Kansas City Chiefs are always gonna make history. That's what they do. That's what they do. They make history. So even if the Kansas City Chiefs, they don't have the history on their side this year, and not nobody ever three-peated. Cool, all that is understood. But at the end of the day, the Kansas City Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes. They have Andy Reid, who's an offensive mastermind. They have Travis Kelce. I mean, the Chiefs three-peat. You said they cement themselves as the greatest team ever. And a lot of people say that's a bad take. That's a lazy take. I posted that on Instagram and I was told I'm having a bad, lazy take. I don't understand what people be talking about. They saying I'm just saying anything. But honestly, it's absolutely true, man. I mean, like I said, when you look at the positioning that the Chiefs are in, I mean, they're the top seed in the AFC this season. They locked up that top seed early. So they have earned the right to decide who needs more reps and who needs to be rested in their Week 18 matchup with the Denver Broncos. So they're going to be on a bunch of rest. They're going to have a bye week. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes will rest. And Mahomes' numbers has looked great towards the ending of the season. It has. He has gotten better, if you ask me. He definitely has gotten better, man. Patrick Mahomes, he also had a similar season this year to the season that he did last year. But Mahomes is playing better. And I believe that Patrick Mahomes, he will have another great pro season. I mean, he's Patrick Mahomes, so we know he's going to do that. But if you look at what's happened this season, it's really, really different. Mahomes was sacked significantly more in the regular season this year. But the Chiefs, like I said, they cleaned up that problem over Mahomes' final 3 games when they moved Kansas City's Joe Thuney to left tackle, and they gave him a little extra help with chips and the play calling, and those sacks went down. Those sack numbers went down. Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, and the Houston Texans team that is 3rd in the NFL in sacks. That's what the Chiefs face, and they only allowed 1 sack over their final 3 games with Mahomes under center. So the improved protection, that's just one reason on why the Chiefs team will three-peat, why Patrick Mahomes will play better. But it's actually another reason. Hollywood Brown returned from a preseason injury just in time because the playoffs is coming up. So if you look at Mahomes' final 2 starts and Hollywood Brown's return with the improvement from Xavier Worthy along with the improved pass detection, it made the Kansas City Chiefs passing game look great. And like I said, Mahomes, now that we're at the end of the season and everybody's looking healthy, Mahomes finally has a frightening amount of weapons at his disposal, And it's only a 2-game sample size, but since Brown's return, Mahomes has averaged 290 passing yards per game with a 72% completion rate and an average of 7.3 yards per attempt with 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. And these performances came against 2 AFC playoff teams with great defenses. The Texans have allowed only 199.3 passing yards per game, and the Steelers are averaging 229.5 passing yards per game allowed. But Mahomes crushed those averages with his improved weapons and his improved protection. So the numbers tell the story, man. Patrick Mahomes, he was more clutch this season while being sacked more often, and he was getting less yard after catch from his receivers as compared to last season. Otherwise, his numbers were still very similar to last year. And when Mahomes then, he turned things on in the playoffs and won another Super Bowl. So Patrick Mahomes may be able to do it again. And on top of that, his final 2 to 3 starts point towards him already rounded into playoff form. So the NFL, they should be worried that Patrick Mahomes is poised to write another chapter in his already legendary story. He might just lead the Kansas City Chiefs to the NFL's first ever Super Bowl three-peat. And in my opinion, there's no might. He will. So if I'm the NFL fan and my team is not the Chiefs, I'm nervous. If I'm the Bills, if I'm the Buffalo Bills, if I'm the Baltimore Ravens, I'm nervous. If I'm any of these teams, I'm nervous because the Kansas City Chiefs, they are going to win that Super Bowl and they are going to three-peat because Patrick Mahomes is not losing. He's not. It's been your boy Chiefs Priority, and I'm out, man. Peace.